what I'm saying. Look at him saying, Ron.
Yeah.
Look at this, how good looking he is, and he's trying to be this downtown, I fuck women with underdog t-shirts and... See what I'm saying? Phony baloney. Look how good looking dude is.
He's a piece of shit is what he is.
Yeah.
Trying to go along.
Live up to your face.
Hey, if you were asked to mediate between Don Imus and Al Sharpton, how would you come at that? What do you think about it?
I just have a bunch of questions to ask and figure out how to not try to make Al look like a hypocrite, because that's the one thing everybody does is try to go, well, what about when you said this about the Jews? He goes, nice talking to you. And then it's over. I would just ask him questions and hopefully, and ask Imus questions, and hopefully the picture will paint itself, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't want to go, well, what about this? Well, Imus, you did say, that little run I had on Fox, one thing I learned is that's the game. The game is we're going to set you up nice, and then we're going to make you look like you're a hypocrite. And then we're going to throw hypocrite things at you so you can go, whoa, and knowing that you've been a hypocrite the whole time. I'm not going to, I could never for the rest of my life be a woman activist, ever. Because I've done too many misogynistic things. So if I go, you should do this, unless I start with, I used to be this, I did this, I did that, I said these things, and I said these things, but at some point I changed, and this is how I feel now. But I can't go, you, and then they go, well, what about this? And I go, well, whatever. So if them two had I just have some questions to try to make it build into something so that no one has to defend themselves, that you can actually talk and maybe dig your own grave or maybe shine your own light.
Do you think there's a middle ground there where you could actually bring them to?
Yeah, they would talk, but you would have to do it so it's not either one of them their comfort zone, because he went to, Imus went to a black radio, Al's show, to say sorry. And the thing is about bullies, man, bullies don't say, hey, listen, give me your money on Monday, and then Tuesday come and go, hey, Monday, thank you so much for what you did for me Monday. I'll never ask you for any more money again. Once you give your balls, they're gone. It's done, dude. And people's power corrupts. If I got your balls in my hand, what do you think I'm going to give them back to you and say that power of having your balls in my hand makes... I got to dribble them, man.
Have to.
Patrice, how important is it for a comedian right now to have the platform like Ron and Fez, Opie and Anthony right now?
What's that mean? On radio?
Yeah.
It's important in terms of if you want exposure, but I'm ready for exposure. Well, if there's a young comedian, like I say, how much time does a young comedian have on stage? And you could tell the stupidity of each. One who goes, I got an hour, and the other one that goes, I got 10 minutes. Now, if you meet a guy that's been doing a comedy for a year, I know he doesn't have an hour. What he does is have an hour of jokes, but when I say I have an hour, like when you ask me how much time I have on stage or something, and this is referring to your question, I'm ready for anything. Like if I went on Ron's show, I'm ready for anything. If I went on Opie's show, I'm ready for anything. If you say how much time I have on stage, I can do comedy really well. My personality is good for an hour and 20 minutes. I can stay on stage for 2 hours if I want, but I start to imagine that you're getting sick of me after about an hour and 20 minutes. That's how much I have. So what I'm saying is a lot of young cats who just want to be on Ron's show makes no sense because they're not ready for the next level. Unless Ron or Opie and Anthony really love you and they can guide you through that. They can put you on a pedestal because they can make you or break you, but it would have to be at their mercy. If I went on Ron's show and he didn't like me and he wanted to make life difficult, I have enough fuel or enough stuff in my mind where I'm like, oh, you know what? This is what he's trying to do. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this to protect my interests. But a cat that's on for doing a year, I'm on Ron, and Ron goes, so stupid. He'll get flustered. He'll be done because he don't have the thing to draw on, man. This game is long and lonely. And that's what you got to be ready to do. A long and lonely road, dude.
And you gone at it from a lot of different ways now. You did the radio show, you're doing podcasts, you're doing the stage. What's happening with the podcast? What exactly?
Podcast you know what? That shit that is the most fun I've ever had because it really is. If it falls flat, it's my fault. All the stuff I talk about show business, I run that show. And if that does nothing for you at all, you go, ugh, then that good. Now I take the responsibility. I don't have to go, what does a dumb old broad from Bravo know about funny anyway? Now it's me. That's what I love about that. It's a step down in terms of profile. But man, if it works out, dude, it would be that, like you said, that reparation, that 20 mil. Mm-hmm. Even if it was figuratively 20 mil. That helped my career to get where I want, and now this is like, hey, everybody, this is the drug I'm selling. So people come to me, they know exactly. They're not going to come ask me for marijuana. They're going to come ask me for heroin because they know that's what I'm selling. Instead of a heroin deal, and they go, hi, you are great. We love the way you sell heroin. Can you sell marijuana for us? Do you see what I'm selling? So that podcast is selling what I'm selling. You know, that's what that is to me.
I really hope you do these drug references with everyone and not just me.
Nah.
Really?
I know you was... That wasn't planned. No gayness and no drug stuff. It just kind of...
Yeah, right. I don't know whether you're speaking down to me
Yeah,
or
no.
what.
Condescending, Mr. Drug Addict. I'm going to throw innuendo your way.
All right, here we go. What do we got?
Hey, Patrice, what's your #1 piece of advice for young men out there coming up in the world, trying to fight the good fight? Also, how much did that watch cost? Let's be honest.
You know what would have helped? I think because women, when I say we resent them and we hate them, it's not a hatred of I want to kill you. Hate is love. You can't hate something you don't really love. We just don't like what we have to go through for that one appendage that we have to go through. So for an older dude, I'm going on 40. That's not old, but it's old. I feel old. And I think that we should stop making sex so important. Like we should start making money, making our ability to make a woman have an orgasm important. Like because to be quite honest, it's more important that I be good in bed than she be good in bed because it's harder to make them feel good. So basically, what I'm saying is. Stop selling off all your soul for some ass. But you can do that psychologically as a young man. I do it naturally. I'm just done. My girlfriend's gorgeous, and I'm like, it's been a good run. Listen, it's nothing I could do about it. I just money and my house, and I had a flood, and calling the insurance company, and some guy coming out there saying that I'm 2 feet past the flood zone. That means something to me now. Like, when I was younger, I'm like, what are you talking about, flood zone? Fuck you, I want some ass. Now, dude, I got other things I'm thinking about for real. And, but I had to learn that at 37. I'm gonna be 40 in a few years, man. But I don't know how old you are, but you in your young 20s, man? Yeah, 20. Dude, you know, focus on something else. I know it's hard. But that's what it'll do. It'll keep your head clear, man. It will.
This is the kind of advice we'll be getting once you get that $20 million. I can go from town to town.
Yeah, and just
helping people.
And
just being there.
I'm serious, man. It is an underlying frustration, man.
Why don't we write this up and try to sell it to one of the networks where it's just going to be Patrice walking from town to town,
giving advice against like saying that gay guys should get over themselves and women are goofy? Who'll buy that besides channel no one watches?
I don't care if it's only on for 1 week. It's going to be great. It's going to be great TV. You'll be calling up friends. You got to turn this shit on right now. This is unbelievable. All right, you're the last one, big man.
Cool. All right, Patrice, you said you had to leave America because people weren't taking to you and you're offending people. And then you came back, and now you're doing fine for yourself. I mean, look at that watch, the necklaces. You're doing well, and you're good. And you're good.
These are all mistakes on my YouTube, by the way. This was you know what they call nigger rich. I went out and bought.
I was going to use that term, but
You know I was like,
Yeah. I wanted to wait till you broke the ice with it.
I left, dude. It wasn't the people, you know, because now I've actually created a personality niche that it's like, I've seen a commercial once when I was doing web junk. Someone would go, we want a guy to come in and do this, this, and this. We want a Patrice Oneal type. And actually it was a commercial that my dumb managers at the time sent me a breakdown for me to go read a Patrice Oneal type.
And it was you.
And I was like, wow. I was proud of that. Maybe that's the fifth. And what it was is what's the fucking question you said again? What's it?
Doesn't matter.
When I came back.